Right, well once again I thought I had something correct, but when I went to fit it up it certainly wasn't even in the ballpark, so I've had to do a little bit of rework again on the front fender on the right hand side. It's had a hell of a lot of work, this fender, and I can only assume that in the welding process it just got a little bit too much heat and got itself a bit out of shape. But anyway, so I've had to correct that, and I'll show you what happened there. So when I fitted this fender up and bolted it all down and got it all correct all the way through to the front, I found that this door gap was quite okay at the top here, but as it got down to the bottom, it was about another almost 20 mil too wide at the bottom there. Now I sat around and looked at that for quite a while, wondering how I was going to get out of it, and given that the bottom repair piece is a set length, I figured that I was going to have to move the whole panel that I'd put in back at the bottom and to get the right gap, and then trim it at the top, which is ultimately what I did. So I've now got this pretty much in the right place. That door's been shaved off, so it'll need to be built out a little bit, but that's pretty much in the right place, and that gap is pretty much even all the way up. It's a little bit tight there, which I can fix up. So in the scheme of things, what I had to do was cut this whole piece out again, move that whole panel back, and initially put a piece in there on the old repair. So that's what that looked like, and let me tell you, it didn't look very pretty. So I decided to cut that out. I think it just had too much heat where I welded that about a 15 mil or so strip in there. It just got a bit too much heat and it got a bit out of shape. So I decided to cut it out and put that piece in. So I had the two pieces of ply that I used previously to get that shape down there, to do that bit, and that's those two pieces there. So I clamped the metal in between once again and hammered that over to get the shape. And then to get the curl over, I put an old generator case in the vise and hammered that around there. So I ended up getting a pretty nice fit, a nice butt join all the way around, tacked it in, and I've started to oxy that in. I've done a few spots, and learning from my past error, I decided to let that cool down, which it has done now, and as you can see, those little welds are going to be quite neat, except for this bit here where I blew a hole in it, and another one there, but I'll fill that up okay. So I'm going to let that sit for a while, and I'll finish welding that in, tidy it up with the wire wheel, and I'll show you later on what I've ended up with. But all in all, I think it's going to be a much more favourable result than that dog's breakfast. So once again, I've had to do some rework, but I don't mind as long as we get it sort of pretty much right at the end of the day. But it's had a lot of work, this fender. Basically, the whole thing's been replaced from there up to there, right through to there. There's quite a big piece in just there, and another big piece in around there, and of course on the top towards the front, plus a couple of other little bits. So when I finish that, I'll give you a look at it, and yeah, the proof will be in the pudding, I guess, as to how it's all turning out. But I think I'm going to be a lot happier with it once all that's done. Well, I've got all that welded in there now with the Aussie. Sort of did it over 3 or 4 stages, so it didn't get too hot. It all turned out pretty good. Just need a little swipe of that fiberglass filler over the weld, but generally speaking, it's all pretty smooth. Little bit of an indentation there, which I'll hammer out a tad, but other than that, it all worked pretty good. The curvature of the arc is a lot better now than it was. Need to grind that off just a little bit there. But yeah, another successful little patch put in, and certainly looks better than it did before when I had to do 2 welds down there and subject it to a lot of heat. And, okay, that's that one. Until next time, we'll catch you all later. And thanks for your interest, and thanks for watching.